What's up, everybody? Big Guy here. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. Been incredibly busy. We got a lot of great things coming on the horizon, which I can't wait to share with you guys down the line. But that's kind of what I want to talk about today, right? I get asked often, how do you balance it all? You got so much going on. You got a family, you got these different ventures that you're in, your bodybuilding, you're running a coaching business, all of that. Well, the bottom line is you're never going to find balance. Stop trying to look for balance. What you had to try to achieve is something like called synergy, period. If you look at your life and the energy that you're putting out and all the things that you have going on, it's kind of like an ocean, and the ocean could be very calm in one area and it can be very turbulent in another, and you can have waves crashing here and it can be totally smooth in another area, but it's all part of the same energy. So you're looking for synergy, period. If you try to achieve balance, you're gonna detract from one area of your life and give too much in one area. You're gonna take away from your family. You're gonna give too much to work. You're gonna not give enough to work. What you have to look for is, okay, how can I do the very best that I can in the moment? What's right in front of me? How can I address that? Whatever is right in front of me, and give it, the best amount of effort and the greatest amount of energy that I can. And that's how you do it. You do what you can, okay? And what you try to do is not take on more than you can handle. But sometimes life's just going to throw shit at you too. And so you have to address it, right? And so again, what you have to learn to do is just sometimes take a step back, calm down, look at what's right in front of you, address the most urgent need, and then you have to decide what is most important to you, right? And so for me, anybody that's known me knows that my family comes above all else. Okay, above making money, above living in, a crazy mansion or driving this car or that, or going out or drinking, or, there's a lot of sacrifice that comes along with that, having a family. Okay, but that's where my priorities lie. So, I've taken a little step away from the Instagram and kind of pulled back a little bit on some of the other things I'm doing, because what I was looking for at one time, I found myself trying to balance everything and it just wasn't working, right? And so I said, well, I'm taking away from the thing that matters the most to me. So how can I find synergy here? And that's what you do. You just readjust, you reevaluate, figure out what's most important and deal with it, okay? And there is no easy answer to that. There is no one way to do things. What you have to remember is action is everything, period. And it has to be positive action. You can put a lot of negative energy into your world of synergy that you're trying to create, or you can stay positive and put positive energy into things. And so for me, whenever I find that things are kind of chaotic and out of whack, I got to readdress. And I go back to my family. Why? Because that is always the source of energy for me. Okay? Always. If my life is out of whack, it's probably because I'm putting too much energy into something else. And so I've taken time to help coach my son's hockey team, right? Because, man, I was spending so much time on cutting weight and trying to get strong and crushing it for this show. But in reality, I'm kind of putting my wife and my kids to the wayside. I'm not sleeping well. I'm not, taking care of the things that are really are the sources of my motivation and energy. Okay. And so you got to pull back a little bit. Don't forget, none of us are on this journey alone. And if you got people in your life that care about you, that want to see you succeed, that are there for you when you're down, or, you know, people that rely on you, then you have to apply energy to them too. Okay, so again, it's synergy. Does that mean I don't train anymore? No. But does that mean I get to go in the gym or spend 2 hours, 3-4 hours on myself? You know, that's not good either, right? And so on that note, you know, how do you balance the training too? Okay, a lot of the people that I work with are very busy professionals, very time constrained. You know, they're running businesses, or, you know, they have a lot of high stakes on the line. And so if you can't spend 2 hours in the gym, or you have other priorities or things that you need to focus on, you know, number one, you can't allow your health to fall to the wayside. So what you need to do then is you up the intensity, period. The deliberateness of your actions when you're doing your workout. You can get a super effective, highly effective workout that will take you to world-class status in 30 minutes. If you don't believe me, just ask Dorian Yates, okay? Go tell it to him, all right? So what I do when I need to get the synergy in order with my training is I just up the intensity. And I listen to my body. You know, after this last show, I was quite depleted and beat up. I'm also older, and I've had to come to terms with that. And so, does that mean I can't lift and be as strong as I used to be? You know, I'm not willing to put that much energy into it, okay? Like I was when I was a 20-year-old man, all right? So instead, what I had to do is be more like a sniper. Choose my targets wisely, analyze my environment, and then go for the fucking kill. And for me, that is all about intensity. Okay? So, how do you find that supposed balance that you're looking for? Throw it all in, okay? Focus on the things that are right in front of you, the most urgent things that you need to address. If you have something that's causing you consternation and stress or problems, address it right away. Don't put it to the wayside. The other thing is, decide what's important to you, really, truly important to you. You know, I gave you an example. For me, it's family, okay? And that's very broad, but it's not. It's simple. When it comes to family, family is about quality time. Spending your time with the people that you love the most, and the people that care about you the most, and the people that have your best interests in mind. Okay, so sometimes that means you gotta step away from your friends, you know, step away from yourself a little bit. Don't be so self-centered, and really just buckle down and focus on your family. Watching a movie together, helping your kids do their homework, showing up to their games and their practices. Because at the end of the day, while you're focusing on yourself, you're probably missing out. Not probably, you are missing out on time that you just cannot get back. You really cannot get your time back. And once your health is in a bad place, you can't get that back either. So you got to focus on what's important. How you doing, brother?
Pretty good. You?
Good, thanks. And so, again, you know, when it comes to your training, because, you know, I'm all about your health, and your health is your wealth, believe it. When it comes to your training, you know, yeah, you can't always dedicate hours and hours per week at the gym. Sometimes you only got 20 minutes. It's how you use it, okay? So go for a walk. You know, I'm on it right now. That's super important, okay? When you're in the gym, don't waste your time. Don't go in there and chat it up with everybody. It's not a social hour. That should be your time to focus on you, because that's the thing you want so much, right? Is that you time. So go in there and be extremely deliberate, extremely intense about your workouts. Get that mind-muscle connection. Really focus on the areas that you're trying to develop. You know, really focus on being strong. So push yourself, get your heart rate up. It doesn't matter if you're working your whole body or if you're just focusing on a muscle group. The intensity, the drive the mental effort that you're putting into it, that's what's going to yield the results, all right? Not necessarily just the volume. In fact, I train a little bit less as I get more efficient and stronger, okay? In the beginning, initially, yeah, you may want to pound on the volume, but above all else, to get the most superior results, it has to be intense. You should be sweating, you should be burned out, almost hitting failure, or feeling that kind of grind, that intensity when you're lifting. And then, don't stress so much. Stop putting so much crazy expectations on yourself too, especially if you're a young person. You need to be developing that self-mastery. That's what's really the most important thing for you. Not trying to be insta-famous, chasing the bullshit that you see out there. And in fact, that's kind of why I stepped away from the gram a little bit. I just got a little sick of all the nonsense too, So you spend a lot of energy trying to be something that you're not. Guess what? You ain't gonna get the results that you want. So self-mastery is what's really important. Don't just do things for Instagram. Don't forget there's a whole world out here, a whole reality that you truly have to live in. All right? Now you can be sitting here bullshitting, pretending, telling everybody how rich you are, or you could really be out here focusing on yourself, expanding your knowledge, really dedicating your time to spending your time with quality people that you can learn from. But above all else, it's the action, right? It's the actual doing of the thing that's going to yield you the greatest results, all right? And that is how you really achieve synergy. It's action, all right? The ocean is never a stagnant thing. We talked about that in the beginning. It's always moving. Some areas are a little more calm than others, and some things are a little more turbulent than others. Some things are moving faster, some things are moving slower, but it's always moving. And that's how you should be. You should always be moving. And at no point should you just be sitting back trying to achieve balance. Balance means you ain't going nowhere, all right? So, synergy, focus, intensity, that's what matters. All right, I love you. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.